Hey, good afternoon, evening, noon, night, whatever it is. Where you at? You at? Yeah, I can talk. Hi, how are you today? I'm great. So today, I'm finally gonna be done with this mini. And then, depending on if he's around and what time I have left, after I finish it, I'll either be doing Baldy's tartan that he asked for this. This thing is annoying. Or I'm gonna continue on with Pikey, where I started before June and would like to finish her at some point. So that's the choices. It's gonna depend on how much time is left and such, and if he's around. I know, but the Baldy apparently has had a hell of a time at work. So he needs a bit of a vacation. Don't we all need a bit of a vacation? This feels weird. Why is this so loose? Pull those aside for now, because I'm going to finish this guy first. So, the rest of him is done. The only thing I have left to do is the base. Trying to figure out something here. So that's a tiny bit, I think, too big. That's fine, I can adjust. That's probably a tiny bit too little. We can adjust! Alright, let me grab my brushes from out of my paint box. Yes, I think I got them all. I want my workhorse. Hey, there you go. Well, I may need to call you. Like I said, if you are here, I will say, hey, are you still here? Because I want to make sure you're here when I do that tartan. Or at least, well, it may be over the course of a couple weeks. But I want at least, you asked to see how it was done, so I'm gonna do it. But I do want to finish the base on this first. So just keep an ear out. Enjoy your day off. I think I need to go about one thing more. Trying to basically even those off a bit. Okay, so then, hi Cyanus, how are you? So as you said, rumor has it that someone's going to be there with a life-size Miku. I think that someone should also bring the other one and see if we can lug them both around the con. Let's see. Red, orange. I need red, orange, yellow. Because I started painting the bicolors on the front. I'm going to do a rainbow on the back of the base of this ring here. I gotta find the colors. Bacillus green, ultramarine blue. Well, at least I can now pull all this paint out because I am done, or I am I might have you even pick the tartan, because I'm gonna go online and we're gonna look at tartans. See, when I say you get to pick a spot on this, if you for $5 you get to pick a spot on this, and you can dictate how I paint it. Now I'm making Baldy blow all of his things to do a tartan because it is a very time consuming and it's a long process, but it's worth it. It looks really cool. I mean, I have a tartan painted thing on here on my little slideshow already. So I also have my class notes handy on my shelf. Where's my purple I've been using? That's not purple, that's Draw Nibble Pink. Which can go back on the shelf. Where is my purples? Probably should just start taking all these paints out. That's what you all wanted to see, right? Me sort paint. But it might be the only way I can find anything in this bag. Wow, I can't do this. They're literally, where are my purples? Oh, there it is. I did have to take out a number of things in order to find it, though. Alright, that's what I'm looking for. I need my rainbow colors here. You're setting up in the main event lobby so you can vote. That's cool. I'm pretty sure you know how to get in touch with the powers that be at AAC. You could probably ask the same thing. And I'll bet you, knowing what I know and what I remember from last year, if you ask about setting something up in the lobby, that might be possible. The lobby of the Regency was pretty big and didn't have a lot in it. Although I do know we're going to have at least one convention who's going to be doing a, who's going to have a table there to advertise the convention. Alright, so now the big question is, I guess actually I probably should go from red to purple. So when you flip it around, it'll be reading correctly. So rather than just willy-nilly do this, I'm going to take my... We actually should figure out, I should divide this up by 6. Maybe with yellow. Yellow's a light color. I don't think that's the green I used. That can go, wait. Yeah, I think that goes up there. I have another green. We have 2 greens that are pretty similar to each other. Jason Blue can go back. Here it is. I think it was the reptilian green, I think is the one I used. Wow, my paints are all coming out of the bottles. I don't have to use the pokey stick so far. That's amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna start out by figuring about, we're eyeballing all this. So this is probably about center. Then you divide each section into thirds. So it's a lot easier to do it with thirds instead of 6s. So I'm gonna want, let's see, I think I want one here. And take a look if you think. I'm doing yellow because it's an easy color to cover. That looks pretty even. I mean, always, well, the thirds, so it's easier to divide halves by halves. Thirds are a little more tricky. But I can see about how far that is, so I'm going to put one here. And then I'll divide that in half. So there we go, there's my marching orders. Pete! Oh, good. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I want to give people updates here. So, I'm planning on shipping out all the stuff on the same day. Jeez, I'm stupid busy. Pete, I've got the Marine almost done. Give me a sec and I'll show it. It is a crazy look at me. I did definitely, it's because because it was part of Pride Month and my Pride Month fundraiser. I did add some Pride stuff onto this. Why is this being bad? My internet, I swear to God, has been twitchy. But it's only been twitchy on the incoming, not the outgoing, because I don't have any problem streaming. So here it is. You know what? I'm going to hide the gun, because the gun is kind of a surprise. He does have a gun, that's why he's missing his hand. But this is what the rest of it is. I think he's pretty much finished. Oh, I probably should... No, never mind. That's not a skull. So, I got rainbows. I got the buy stuff on here. Oh, I think I got to touch that. I'm a little cold there. But what do you think? Is it crazy enough? Actually, there's a little red. Oh, I meant to touch this up too. Haha, I suck. There's a little missing spot right there. If I don't touch up, I may forget. What do you think, Pete? But I'm hiding the gun because the gun is a special surprise for Pete. And I did touch up the base, so it's a little more solid goblin green. So I'm gonna pull him back. Although Pete probably can guess what the surprise would be, because we all know him so well. Thanks, Pete. All right, so when I get that done, I'm gonna ship out everybody's things. That includes, let's see, Mini Mommy. I owe you one of the pallets. I hope it works okay, because one of them was a left-handed pallet, and I suspect maybe that's the one that's left. But I think you can use it on either hand. Then I know Pete is getting the Marine and one of the things, and Dwayne is getting the other holder. So you'll make it work. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would too. Although I like my wet palette, I'm sorry. I have one and I like it. I think it's cute. What I should do is I should bring it to events. I don't have to bring the... But I like my wet palette. So I'm very carefully handling this because I can't put it on the bait. I can't put it on the holder when I do this. But I also can't hold the top and bottom. And after this, it's gonna get some terrain. I think I'm gonna just do grass. So yeah, don't worry, your stuff will be coming. I believe I have everyone's addresses. If not, I'll find out, but I'm pretty sure I have everyone's addresses. And then for ball, I know, let's see, so list of things I have to do for people on the stream, which is great. I'm glad I have a list of things to do. So I have to basically ship that stuff out. I have to finish that Space Marine. I gotta finish Baldy's free mini. I gotta do Chanur's free mini. I gotta do Crimson's, it's not a mini per se, it's a pauldron for, I think, a knight, which it's gonna have to be free-handed. I need to talk to him. I was supposed to talk to him at the last painting party, but he took off before I had a chance to. I'll see him again next month. I'm not worried about it. And then I have to do one for Gel Tip whenever he gets back to me. He has told me nothing. You guys, I'll tell you what, I will say I'm totally digging the fact that I'm doing the little, the giveaway elf that basically if you sub, you can tell me how to paint it. I'm so glad everyone's actually going for the hard techniques. I really am. It just will help me. We can check that. Well, you can go on Discord. I think you did it on Discord. Go on Discord, just double check it. I mean, I haven't shipped it out yet, so you got time. Unless you talk about like how, you know, it's configured. Because unfortunately, I don't know Europe real well in terms of addresses. I'm going to debate whether or not I probably need to hit some of these colors with a second coat. But see how much easier, once you, if you can like put the lines in, you're happy with them, how much easier this is to do. When you mark guidelines, when you're freehanding. I mean, this is essentially a free-handed thing. And even if it's not perfect, it'll be good enough. It's just the base. Don't sweat the small stuff. Gnomes, for example. Actually, I'm going to make this green a little bit bigger. I feel like it's a little... Yeah, it's a little small. And looking at my next section, it's a little big. So I'm going to make this green a little larger. This way you can adjust. Oh, it can even be a little bigger. I really misdid that one. I'll have to add another coat to the green too, because it's... The ones went on pretty smoothly. I go another coat just to make on these, just to make them more solid, more opaque. Oops. I need some blue. I might be able to figure that out. Let's see. Check that, but I'm still not sure. Never done out of country before. I think you... Oh, I'll have to check. I can hit up Mrs. MLG or somebody from over there who can actually help out. Where is it? Oh, I have to use it, Roy. I have to use it. Here it is. And he's listening, so I don't know if you can see. But the most handy tool that Reaper sells. Yeah. Their things get clogged all the time. It is what it is. That's what you have, like, you know, that's what happens. You have a, you know, really thin. I mean, the bright side is the paint stays good for way longer than an open pot. I'll look at I have mailed over there before. You think I might remember. It always does that. You don't have to do that, Baldy. I will appreciate the bits though, but you never have to actually do that. So here we go. Here we go. It just proves that he is listening. And purple. He's lurking. I will be definitely be doing show and tell today. I mean, it is the last Saturday, as I posted in my Discord, so most of you would have seen it. It's my last Saturday stream. I mean, my Monday and Wednesday streams will go on as normal, but unfortunately that doesn't help people like Baldy or Pete, who are overseas and are sleeping during those streams. I'd be so mad if I knock any paint off. Oh, want this to be a little different purple too than the other purple. Fact is, I actually have to make the purple a little bit bigger because the magenta is a little bit large. So I think it's going to work out. Alright, so now, by the time I get to the end, I'm sure the first sections have dried. I'm going to make the red a tiny bit larger. Now now basically I'm adjusting. I'm going over things with another coat. To make them zip more, mostly to make them more opaque. So Pete, what are you doing this whole, it's awesome. I'm just curious, are you just doing it for fun or do you have like something you're building that for? What the frick is going on with Twitch? I may have to have hubby check our internet. I mean, I'm happy that at least it's the outgoing is good. That's all that really matters to all of you. I don't like lagging though. It's gonna be on display in my room. Oh, so yeah, it's just for you. It's just for you, but that's the best person of all you could do it for. To be honest, it's where my obsidian crypt is right now. It's right in here actually. If you do nothing else, paint for yourself. You don't have to paint for anybody else but yourself. The blue really, yeah, the blue probably needs it too. Now I can see some streakiness. It's the biggest reason why you oftentimes got to do multiple coats. It's to get rid of the brush strokes. Which you really, in a mini, you don't want brush strokes. But personally, I think the world would be a better place if everybody took up mini painting or something along those lines. Still debating whether or not that green's enough. So we're gonna even this out just to here. It's not bad, it just needs a little evening out. Shanur! Hey Shanur, what's up? How's your vacation? I kind of hate you right now. Quote unquote. Screen. I'm not sure if I'm digging the screen. I wish I could get 3 weeks off of work. Say even the 7 at all. Still feels streaky. All right. I'm gonna call that good enough. All right, so now all I have left, the painting is officially done. I need to add some grass to this. Yeah, I'm not jealous at all, Shinar. No, not at all. So basically, I'm going to run to my closet and grab my terrain. Ah! I hit my computer table. Oh, whatever the hell that is. All right, so... where is my terrain? Where is the rest of my terrain? Where's my box? It's got my terrain in it. Oh, I see. There it is. Yep. Yeah, it's in here. Underneath my wet palette stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna want to clean up because I realize I got things falling here. They don't want falling. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want the big box. I buried the thing I was looking for in all the wet palette supplies. There we go. I need the box with the grass and some rocks and things. I could put rocks in this. Yeah, that is kind of scary. I agree. Note to self, after today, now that the Marine is done and the Kobolds are done, and I'm going to be going back to Blood Ravens, I need to straighten everything out. Oh, I didn't close my glue. That's okay. So, when I do terrain, I use good old-fashioned Elmer's school glue. Hey, Elmer's, if you want to sponsor me, that'd be great. You know, I might go and actually add a little water to this because I think painting it on the base might be the best way. I'm gonna take out. Ow! Dry paint is sharp. Tends to peel pretty well after it's dry off of these. At least this one. Some of the plastics, paint doesn't seem to peel off of very well. That's right. When I put glue down, it'll probably peel everything off of it. And I don't want any floaty bits. And shake the glue down. Don't need tons. Shake it down more. I'll tell you what, this is my exercise. Shaking bottles of paint and glue. Don't tell me it's stick. By the way, pokey sticks are good for things like this too. Where's my pokey stick? Oh, I think it is colored. Get all the blue paint off of it. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll take the top off. I got plenty of glue in here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I needed it just to unclog it. And shake more down. Come on. There we go. I'm not the strongest person, so... Alright. That should be enough. I'm going to get a little tiny bit of water. I don't want to take it from my wash water. My wash water, although it's going to cover, but my wash water I think is pretty... Yeah, my wash water needs to be changed. Maybe I'll go change that too while I'm at it. I'll be right back! Here, you know what? I'm going to put it up because who wants to look at my empty room? This might be more exciting. Alright, so I'll be right back. Just going to grab some water. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so... Here, get out of the way. Let's see, which one is my left ear? Okay. Put the right correct ear piece into correct ear. So basically, I said I just refilled my water cup because it was really getting bad. You know what? It just occurred to me, did I miss a hydrate? Because Pete the hydrate is here and I don't remember seeing one. Let's see. If I missed one, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back. I know my people. Yes, I did! I knew I missed one. Here, Pete, for you. Crimson's not about it, or I would have had to drink a shot, too. I like to think I know my audience. Alright, I still end up having friggin' floaters in this. That's okay. It'll be fine. So now I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna mix the glue with the water. I just want it so I can paint it on. And if they're little floaters, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna cover it with grass anyways. Alright, so I don't want it too thin, so I might pour out the rest of that water in my wastewater. I may have to go change that. Shinar, you jerk! I should have known. You would do it too. Alright. Just think, he gets a bonus one too. He gets a bonus hydrate. There's the Kraken room! This is another form of releasing the Kraken. Into my pirate shot glass. The best shot glass ever. We had to make it. Oh, alright, there we go. We have to release the Kraken with the Kraken. I'm going to pour this in first. And I'm going to go with the Kraken. Let the party start! Look, you get a nice top view there. This is why I've rated my stream mature. I forget how you said it. How? I do not pronounce. I believe that's Irish there. Salante? Anyways. Here's the Kraken! God, we do stupid things for channel points, don't we? Well, that gaping mouth. Yeah. You know what it's good for? It's good for drinking alcohol, right? Maybe he'll take the shot. No, he can't drink. My Kraken. I love this guy. I had a ton of fun painting him. This is a Reaper mold. Yeah, okay, fine. So we go. Sip. Yeah, he only sips his drinks. He doesn't just down them. But I love this guy. I think also one of the cooler bases that is out there. But he's a Reaper Mini. Hey, remember, I'm a Reaper affiliate. I love their stuff. That's why I became one. And, as I said, I love this stuff. And if you want your own, I've got a link here. You can always go there and look up Kraken. Not the rum, although the rum is excellent. Just credit my glass. Alright, here we go. Salute! I do salute because my husband's Italian. I think that's Italian. I'm not Italian. I'm an American. American? I speak English. And a little bit of French. Which is a little. I learned enough French to say, je ne comprends pas. Which means I don't understand it. Alright, so I need, let's see, what do I want to pick? I don't want a good brush here. I want a crappy brush. I still cannot friggin' take a shot without coughing. So now I'm going to take, actually, you know what? Here's a fun tip. So your glue doesn't dry on you. What you should do is pull your grass out. Apparently one of my terrainy things leaked. Well, that's fun. Great, so I got terrain bits in my bottom of my thing. Alright, so. Boy, wouldn't you get like a bag of this? If you only do small minis, it takes forever to kill one of these bags. But I'll do this one. I think that'll look nice. So now I'm going to take, and I'm just going to paint this on the base. I don't think I'm going to add any rocks. I think I'm just going to have I think I'm just going to have the rocks that are there. Get right up to the feetsies. Get underneath the feetsies. If you're afraid if it's a real fast drying day, then do it in pieces. But I'm going to try this. It's a little bit humid here today, so I don't think it's going to dry instantaneously. I think I'll add a little even in the rocks around the thing to bury it in there. Immediately drop your brush in water. What do you mean? What is this ooh in the middle of the day? What do you mean? What do you mean? By the way, hi Jotun, I meant to say hello. You know what, for grass, I'm going to take some big clumps. Sometimes with terrain, I'll dip it into the terrain, but I'm going to take some big clumps and just kind of throw it on there. This is going to look like a mess. Then we're going to flip it upside down. And I'll use my cloth to catch the remnants. Apparently my hands are catching it pretty good too. And I'm going to tap. And I'm going to blow. Hey, there's no joke there, right? I'm going to look at it. Do I feel like this is enough? Ah! I've got grass all on my fingers and it's sticking to them. Probably because it's humid and it's a little sweaty. I add a little more glue. I know I'm going to probably pick off some of the stuff I already got, but I'm going to add more. The glue tends to, especially if it's really liquid, it tends to dribble into the... Or I can even shove some aside because it's not dry. Because I want to nail a little bit more on the sides here. God, my hands. No, I'm on every Saturday at 12:30 because I've got people overseas that like to watch this. And it's the only time I can hang out with them. Bald GM, who is lurking, he's in the Netherlands. And Pete the Hydrator is in England. Everyone else, I think, might be from... Oh, yeah, everyone else, I believe, is from over here. Tap, tap, tap. And, you know, it's not hard to pick stuff off, either. That lands in places that don't really have glue. You can actually just easily... No, I'm finishing this guy today. I may have to go clean my hands. So, since I'm using my cloth here, let's see. Paper actually works pretty good. I just feel like, I'm going to go wash my hands real quick. I'll leave the stream running. You guys can look at the... You can figure out what the... You can make up a story that goes along with the greeny bits there. I don't know. I'll be right back. Again. Yikes. Static grass. Okay. That was quick. Alright. Now what I do is... Why, when you work, always work over something you can do this with. Paperware is better, though. Shake it down. This may not be as good, either, because it's gonna stick. But here. Actually, I could take this whole thing and just kind of dump it in the bag. Hopefully the stuff's coming out. It's coming out. Most of it came off. That way you keep as much of your leftovers as possible. I'm going to get rid of the rest. Shook off the rest. And now let's put this back so my dot in the right place. This is like an eyeglass cleaning cloth, but it's like the right size to fit under my thing, and I like the color. Then I'm going to go back through this and I'm going to clean off with my finger any little bits. There's a couple bits here that I'm not cleaning off. Kind of have to peel some of them off sometimes because it does, you know, if it gets glue on it and then it travels. Also gonna kind of stand it up around the edges. And, oh my gosh, with that, come on, clean off. And if worst comes to worst, I'll touch up the paint, anything that, that's okay, that's not so far down. Come on, there's something in here. I'm gonna grab a brush, not a gray brush. Get that, whatever the hell that is. Probably a loose piece of paint. Well, that's because it's a BiPride Marine. So the purple and blue are also part of the Bi flag. It was for my Travis project fundraiser we did for June. I did with a bunch of other mini streamers. You probably have heard of it because there were a lot of streamers that were doing it. And I know you were. In fact, I know Jim Wapple mentioned it, and I know you follow him pretty religiously. I mean, wait a minute, Trevor. I don't know why it said. I think it's because it's getting warm in my room. My brain is melting. Trevor Project for the Fabulous Marines. I don't know why that friggin' name gets stuck in there. And I swear to God, I'm not thinking of anybody. Wrong T name, and I'm getting old, so I'm getting senile. Is this gonna stay closed? I really like my box to stay closed. The box is pretty much the same height as these little things, so if they're sitting on top of each other or overlapping, it's not like too tall for the box to close. There we go. So yeah, no, it's for my Trevor project. Yeah, here it is, mid-July. We are literally halfway through July as of yesterday. Wait, it's 30? Yeah. We were halfway through July yesterday, and I'm just getting it done. So it is finished. Got my ear things. I will be sealing it and getting beauty shots, and it will be coming with me to OGC, which is a gaming convention I'm at next week. Like I said, I will not be here for the next 2 Saturdays because I'll be at OGC next week, and I will be participating in Southern Tomfoolery Con line. There we go. But yeah, so I went with said. Well, as I said, the Bi flag is my flag. So there's the Bi flag right there, and then on all over the Marine itself. And then, but I wanted to do Pride too. Hey, I wanted to do regular Pride too. So all the rainbows. That's right, you're participating, aren't you? Are you auctioning yours off? I know some people are. I don't want to auction this guy off. I've been wanting to paint him for me. I'm greedy, I know. But I did make $500. I made, actually my total now is $529, I think. Because I found some troll on there that was basically saying gay people don't belong in the gaming space. and use that thread to actually get a couple more donations for the Trevor project. It worked. Like, let's show this guy. So, alright, so I have rainbows and bicolors everywhere on this guy. And I'm really, really happy that I got him done. I can finally get beauty shots and post it on the Discord. And, you know what? As I like to say, better late than never. At least it's done. And now I can go on to other things. Finally! So, as I mentioned, oh, thank you. Oh, Baldy, thank you so much. And you're here! So, you know what we're gonna do? I had two options of things we could do. And since I'm only about an hour in, and not even an hour in, we can go on and we can start. Actually, I could go longer today, but I do have things to do. I want to work on my cobalts. I have that big cobalt commission I'm doing. And it's almost done. All I have left to do is really paint the stones and the bases, and I'm just going to be simple. No, that's a wonderful. Oh. Velfera, that's a really good idea of what to do with it. Let's go see. I assume she uses the pronoun she. She will totally appreciate that. Anybody who paints anything or does anything, crafts anything, makes anything for me, I love it. So, I mean, I have this sitting on my desk that Crimson did for me. He did purple for me. That's why. I remember I sat there and I gave him like hints of making it, but well, this is for you. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, I keep things that people send to me. I don't have a lot of things, which is fine. But I do keep things that people send to me on my desk or somewhere near and dear. Because I know it takes effort. Baldy I know was lurking. He is definitely lurking. He was on. Baldy! Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna have to pay to tarp while half drunk. No, that's not true. But that's where we're going. Oh yeah, Crimson, I finished! I don't know if you saw it, you jumped on, but here it is. It's done. Finished. I will be getting pictures. He'll be at OGC next week. Mr. Fabulous. Actually, I like a smart ass though. I said I found a. Basically, I was trolling somebody, but I did it for a good cause. To get like $19 more for the Trevor Project fundraiser. Doing it, I basically trolled somebody. Who said gay people don't belong in Warhammer. Well, screw you. So I put this on there. I said, hey, let's turn this around for something good, and a couple people donated. So, but I'm very happy with it, and definitely I think it's a great Chaos Marine. And as I said, the big thing is, I do have him stomping on the head of an Iron Hand, who is asking people, the most intolerant faction of Warhammer 40k. Basically, with this, he's stomping out intolerance. I will pay up. I'm just chatting. I already had a shot earlier. So, Baldy, if you hang around for a minute, by the way, this shot glass, in case anybody doesn't know, but I think everybody does, came from Crimson's lovely wife when she came back from Texas. Is the most perfect shot glass for me, for sure, in all sorts of ways. So, Baldy, basically now you have to kind of pay attention. Because I'm done with the Noise Marine, so that means, and you're here, so that means we can do, at least I can get started on the tartan. Tartans do tend, they're not a short thing to do. Alright, so cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ah, that was good, Baldy. Did you get them all? Or did you just get the yellows? Because you said, I want the yellows so bad. So, Baldy, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go to, I will put up the screen. Oh, you know what? Maybe while I'm taking a break, we'll do a show and tell first. And I will also look up tartans. Bunny bought 12, I bought 8. Okay, so you didn't buy the whole line. The one thing I'm wondering is, did they get the cups? There are water cups that they actually had with some of the sets. Do they have any of those water cups? I will buy them, and as for me, I will buy them when I need them, or find something to put them on. I don't want to buy a bunch of paints that I just get rid of. Alright, so let's go to, if anybody, oh, Valfera, if I missed it, I'm sorry, but if anybody right now has anything they want to share. What the frick am I on here? Oh yeah, way up high. Please speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to start with the 3D stuff. I'm going to hang on. I'm doing it. I'm doing. Display. Discord. And I'm going to scooch. I got to scooch out this window so I can see you guys. So what's so special about these news paints? Everybody's not great. No, everybody likes contrast. I like contrast. It's the army painter ones people have had some issues with because the paint reactivates. But the contrast ones are good. I mean, no one's GW paints now, the normal base coat layer, those paints. Basically, now I only got me. These, they tend to dry out, separate, and go bad really quickly. Contrast is really friggin' good. Contrast actually does exactly what they say they do. They give you a base coat, shadow, and to a degree, they do also give you a highlight. I would say I still go over and redo them because the highlights, they are there, but they don't have a huge amount of pop. And to me, with mini painting, it's all about the pop. So no, I like contrast paints, absolutely. And there's things you can do with them. You can use them. You can like thin them a little and make them like a kind of like a wash. That will tint everything. It's really, they're great. I like them, and I like the shades. So what they did was they added a bunch of new colors to the contrast paints. I think it's the same formula. But with the shading inks, I supposedly, now I've not tried it, so I'm going allegedly here. But if usually what they say does pan out. With the shading inks, they're supposed to be formulated so they stay more in the cracks and less off the rest of your mini. Where it's supposed to be. Yeah, but you know what? Let them do that. I'd rather personally just pay for the convenience of having it, of just having a bottle. I mean, great. They can just undercut the people that develop the tech, but I'm the type that, I'm sorry, I like to support the people that actually make the things. So, you know, I'm not into the whole 3D printing your own army. I'm not into, I understand their prices are expensive. I will be the first to say that. But support the artists and the people that actually made them, and not ripping off their designs and 3D printing them. However, you're making your own original designs, that's different. Based on what they look like, that's a little different. But you gotta be careful though, because they will send you cease and desist letters if you're too close to their IP. And also knowing right now, companies in general, and this is everybody, not just GW, not whatever, You have to protect your IP, your intellectual property. You have to protect anything you register. Or if you don't and people use it, you can lose your registered trademark. So you got to be careful about that. And that's why companies do cut down on people more than anything else. My job is I'm a graphic designer, and I work with med tech and high tech stuff. So that's how I know some of the stuff. All right, so Val Farah has something to share. That depends. Shades, definitely better in bottles. They don't dry out. This is why I actually say I recommend shades, and I recommend contrast paints, not so much. They could put their regular paints in dropper bottles. We all know that. So that's why I'm not a big fan of their regular paints. But the shading inks in the contrast, because they're thin, they aren't going to work real well on on like a wet palette. They'll work okay on a well palette. But the thing of it is, you don't even need to, because they're so wet they don't go bad. Like none of mine have really. I mean, they'll separate a bit, but I mean, I just shake them up, and then they're fine again. The other paints, they separate and you can't get them back together. And we don't even talk about white. I mean, I'm going to assume the white spray paint, by the way, is actually pretty good and probably won't go bad. It's in a rattle can. So, their new stuff probably is good. They're saying it's better. I haven't tried it to find out. But we'll see, as I said. So it really depends. I don't actually really like shades in a dropper bottle, and I have some, and I don't like them that much. I much rather just take my brush and dip it in the bottle. So that's just my preference. It doesn't have to be yours. But I say with Games Workshop, I said pick and choose from their product lines, because some are definitely better than others. I guess it's my view. All right, so the actual show and tell portion of these. So first of all, this is from Cyrus. Hey, Shanur, you should spend... Oh, he friggin' be right back. We have to friggin' tell Shanur he needs to do more 3D printing. Somebody else other than Cyrus should be posting stuff in here. This is... I don't know who she is. Millennia's arm? A prosthetic arm? I don't know what anime that is. I don't know anything, but it's cool. It's a cool 3D print, and I'm pretty sure that's... My guess, probably to say, oh, you are here. So, Shanur, during your 3 weeks of vacation, you need to do some 3D printing and post some pictures in the thing. So, Ernest is not the only one posting in there. Oh, character from Elden Ring. Oh, that's right, because Cyrus has been doing a bunch of Elden Ring. I know he's done some Elden Ring stuff. Yeah! Are you... Wait, you're in there, right? I want you to start posting your stuff. I want you to post your stuff in my Discord because I want to share it with the people who aren't on your social medias and such. And like my friends that came on there who I know do watch the stuff, like Rocket Koopa. He paints really great stuff, and I know I'm pretty sure, I don't know, he didn't interact, but I'm pretty sure when he goes and he looks at it, I want basically people... I'm trying to bring people from all over to check out your stuff that aren't necessarily on social media and things. And he's not really on social media, so he won't pick it up off your Discord. Also, if you want to not Discord, Instagram. Also, I do have a section for all of those. I do have a section on there if you want to post links to your Instagrams, to your Twitters, to your own Twitches or whatever. I've got a channel in that for that, so feel free to do that. So maybe, and see if we can get people following each other. So Crimson clarified that it was from Elden Ring, because I had no idea who this character was, but that's a really cool prosthetic arm. The neat thing of this about 3D printing is you can really actually do prosthetic limbs. I will catch your... I will catch your thing at the end. Let's see, Don't let me forget you posted. Okay, so Dwayne, let's see. Actually, we gotta zip up. Because there's some pieces in here that I definitely want to share. Okay, I did that. Because that, speaking of Rocket Cooper, this was Rocket Cooper's last thing he's working on. A bunch of Malifaux minis. I'll do the later one. So Ilaria, who goes to the painting party I host with the store, he's got a daughter who came and she's never painted, and this is what she's got. I mean, that's amazing for someone who's never painted and is a kid. So, I mean, she's not a little kid. She's like, I think she's like she's a teenager, young teenager, I think. I didn't get her age. But she, it's what happens when your dad is a really good mini painter, is the fact that you teach your kids, how to do shading and highlighting like this. And that's pretty good face, too. I was like, I'm going to go burn my brushes now. Thank you very much. But that's a fantastic, fantastic job. Which, incidentally, I'm a fool because I never even hearted it. Okay, so I don't know if this is still work in progress or it's done. They put in work in progress, but I suspect it might be done. So Gel Tip has been working on this. It was for a challenge. The dead trees, I know he 3D printed himself, and he actually did that for a stream of his, where he was working on Blink. I wanted to go attend that stream because it was about color palettes, but unfortunately the game I was in ran really long. But the challenge was to take something and do something you never really focused on before, and with him it was women's skin. It's a little blurry, but you get the idea. He did makeup on her face, which is really nice. And of course with him, he always does really killer highlights. He always has really good color palettes. This Gel Tip is a really good painter. And it's a really interesting model where you get the ravens, surrounding her. She obviously can control them. And then here's the pieces that were involved. So he printed out a backdrop and made this little diorama of the dead trees, and there's the mini. I love the color he used. I should find out what he used for terrain on that. It's really cool. And of course he's got some toxic waste type elements there. It's really cool. Did a good job. What? Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Oh, Dwayne, I know you're working. Dwayne. It does not matter if it's Reaper. I'm a Reaper affiliate, but you can post other stuff, and I want people to post other stuff. It's about good mini painting. Even Reaper. I mean, if you go to the con and you enter the MSP Open, you don't have to just paint Reaper minis. They just want to see good minis. Oh, so he's got the Nolzur's Manticore. Great. I will look forward to seeing what you do with it. Pete the Priest. Okay, so this is what Pete the Priest has been making the terrain that's going underneath all of those pieces he's been working on. Good job. Shanur, don't make me ban the... He's going to use all his damn channel points to get me drunk. I've got a game tonight. And I will shut it off. But that's great, Pete. Yeah, not Reaper is perfectly fine. Exactly. I want people to do other stuff other than Reaper, please, and post it. Plus, also, if you pick some of the more obscure or smaller companies, it'd be nice to know about them. Mini Mommy's got some more work. Oh, okay. Mini Mommy's got some more work done on her treasures. So originally, I thought these might have been done and you were doing them all as diamonds. They had wonderful sheens to them, but no, you added color. Very cool. And those are coming out nicely. Mini Mommy's always good. Okay, so here's the Manticore without the box. Oh, I can tell. It said this is... I'm pretty sure this table is because of the whole thing with his arm that's busted. The treasure piles are coming out cool. And then anything in finish. Do I have anything in finish? Nope. That was the last thing that got finished. So this was the last thing that was posted before Wednesday stream. Come on, everybody's gonna get some stuff done. But I love it. I'll say it again, I love it. I love the oh God, I love these. They almost said they look like burners. I love the colors. Yeah, the missile, I don't agree with make right. The missile launchers are awesome. I'm gonna like, somebody ping me. Oh, okay, I see. There you go, Shinner. That can be changed. He's gonna blow all his channel points. Alright, so let's go to Valfera's thing he posted. Come on! Oh noes. Why isn't it posting? Well, that's not good. Instagram. Let's see if I can get it to work at all. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out what you get. Hey, look, it's more stuff from Geltip. Geltip was also working on these water. He did like a glowy effect. There we are. Here you are. So you're posting another progress shot of... Is it done? Nope. Still working on it. Is this... I don't know why it's not working. Let's try one more time to actually pull up we were trying. There we go. So it was that one. Ha 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 ha. Slow and steady. Oh yeah. I thought we did share this one. I actually liked it. But for those who didn't see it the other day, this is really, I think it's a really good piece. Trans colors. Yeah, that's right. This is the piece that Valfera was just talking about with the trans colors, and he's going to be giving it to his trans niece. So she should love it. So can't wait to see that done. But please make sure you come back and post it when it's finished. Alright, am I missing... Oh, wait, what was it? Alright, so, I'm not missing anything. I think I got everything. Yeah, so you're still stuck in rehab. So it's a rehab table. Alright, so we don't have this trippy thing too long. The next thing I'm going to do is go to Google Images. Is Baldy around? Actually, I'm not going to do it on this. I'm going to make another window. Because I want to see you guys on Twitch. Open new window. Okay, so we're going to Google Images. And I'm going to put in tartan. Because I'll start the next thing. So I'm looking for tartan ideas. Which is why, alright, so I need to rearrange all my windows here. I want to be able to see. So like, there's your guys' chat. Oh, wait. Well, so if you're on my Discord, I have a 3D printing channel on my Discord. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what you're also sharing. Might as well. Why is this such a problem? It's not loading it right, and I'm not really sure why. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what the heck the problem is with this. Let's try it again, then. I can't even see with my glasses here. I give up. It's not working. Sorry, dude. Alright, Alright, Baldy, are you around? Because if you're around, I want him to help me actually pick out which tartan he'd like. Alright, so we got a bunch of tartans. We could go, what color do you want? Now, if it's got a ton of different things, obviously we're going to simplify it. That's the first rule of a tartan painting, is simplify what's there. Go for the things that stand out, the colors that stand out the most. So like, if I was going to do this one, I'm going to partially pull out the purple one. I would probably base coat the whole thing a dark blue, and then just go with purple and white. And I would not go, I picked some thicker, and then maybe I could put a couple little lines in there. You do like this one. That figures. Alright, so absolutely, absolutely. I said I really encourage people to share on there. I want my Discord is basically my goal with that first of all was to stay in touch with some people that I was going to lose by leaving that other Discord. But oh, and I owe you I owe you a friggin' shot, don't I? I still haven't done the shot. Sorry. I know how to space it out. Plus, I only have so much left, so I will stop the thing before I pass out. I assure you. I highly, but said my Discord. I really want to also be though a place where painters can get together and share their work with each other and hang out and discuss problems with painting or whatever. I want to be just basically a meeting spot. Alright, so I'm gonna have to put my AC on too. I'm getting warm. You know what? As I said, I will call it quits before I will say uncle. Alright, so basically, the first thing you do with the tartan is you've got to plan it out. And what they tell you to do is to get a piece of paper. I can't go long today. Maybe I will. I'm debating whether I go long.
Cheers.
Cheers, Baldy. Alright, so I got this piece of paper I can do. So one thing they say that we did in the class is we took our notebooks or paper and we actually drew this out first. So now I gotta find some colors that go well. That blue is an interesting blue. Maybe Ezrin blue is the right blue. Excuse me. It's like I'm gonna need all the same colors I did for the Space Marine. Alright, so first thing is look at the tartan, pick out colors. So I want purple. I need a lighter purple. Unless that's more magenta. I'm looking at the centers of the things there, where they intersect. And then I'm gonna go with a slight off-white. Oh, and I need super dark blue. I've got super dark blues. I will put all these up in a sec. Now the purple, the light purple is not magenta. It's still purple. What have I got for purples? I actually did buy some purples. Not a surprise there, right? I know there's Sky Shadow. Very red is part of the... Alright, I need a purple that's that color purple. That's not the purple one. No, I don't mask. You don't need to. It's gonna just be a whole lot of painting straight lines. Maybe I'll take that color. That's not bad. It's not purple. No, I don't know what I said. I don't, for this, I did not mask anything on the, if you look through my, I'll tell you what, rather than wait for it to come up, let me see if I can find it. Where do I want to go look? Probably Facebook. Also, I'm really annoyed. They changed they updated the pages, and whenever they update a page, it's never as good. So now I can't share stuff from my painting page to my page easily. I have to copy and paste. I'm thinking there's something. What is going on with the internet? Jesus. No offense. What the frick is going on? Try reloading it. I don't understand this. Okay, here we go. Photos. There's all my other recent stuff. But this will be back a while. Here's my history. I wonder if I can move things from album to album. That's the last thing they took out that was crap. There's Reaper Bones 5. There's when I started this. So a year ago. Where is... There she is. So this was all free-handed. There was no masking. It's all freehand done. And that's how I learned to do it. And I'm dropping stuff. So, I forget the tartan. But basically, I think, I want to say I did her skirt like red, and I did the other bits on top of it. So that's her, and it looks good. So I'm happy with it. I was very happy with how that mini came out. It is probably the best thing I've ever painted. I mean, everything, including, I was happy with the way, I can nitpick probably that eye a little bit, but, so basically I said the first thing is you want to distill this down a bit. You don't want to paint all those lines and everything. You basically, I mean, you're looking at something that's this big. You don't need to paint every stupid detail. You just need to paint the things that are going to jump out at you. So literally, with this, I would distill it down to a dark blue, dark blue, a purple, maybe, I mean, you could even get away with this color being the same as this. I mean, it said you're looking on a tiny mini, and it might just be easier to do that, but it's not hard to do the little squares. So I need like a darker purple. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe Kraken ink? Maybe Kraken ink to mix a little bit, because I need a color. No, actually, that's going to be the super dark blue. I suppose I could do... We'll figure it out. But the first thing I do, basically... So I'm going to switch off of this. We're going back to this pick. So I've got a piece of paper on there now. So these are the colors I came up with to do it. So for the super dark blue, it's a sky shadow. There's no number on this. I'm not sure where it came from. I may have been able to get it. I know I got like bags and stuff for the Reapercon. And then for the purple, it's going to be Wild Violet, which I think that's a pretty good color. For the light purple, I'm going to use this Arclor Purple. For the lighter blue, I'm going to use Ezrin Blue. And then for the white, or the off-white, I want to go off-white, not total white. I'm using Polished Bone. I could even use Linen White. I may think of that. So what you want to do, I got to post up this thing here. Alright, so you want to look at that tartan. So the first thing I think I'm going to do, no, I'm going to paint it. We want to actually kind of make a sketch. That'll help you figure what you're doing. Hey, if I don't get any more done than this, so be it. Baldy's around pretty much, around most Saturdays. We'll continue the lesson in, 3 weeks. So I'm just going to take, and I'm just going to kind of... Actually, I want a bigger brush. Maybe I'll take that crappy brush I was using earlier for the glue. So this is my base coat. It doesn't have to be pretty. This is just, basically I said, I'm just making a thing to get an idea of how I want to do this. Now I want to start looking. So that's my base coat. Now I'm going to take, I think, the next coat I'm going to use is the Wild Violet. God, I can't talk. This is your fault, Chanur. I can't talk. And I want to take a look about how wide I think those lines should go. But crooks dry pretty fast. So now I'm just going to take and I'm going to sort of we're going to start figuring out the pattern here. They're pretty evenly spaced apart, but they are wide because remember we have the white that's going through the middle. So I'm going to put the other one here. And these are a little wide, so I'm going to paint it out wider. This does not have to be perfect. I'm going to tell you right now, not even for the sketch, but even for the real thing, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're painting on something that's tiny, that's small. You just need the effect to be good from 6 feet away if you want the non-stressful. If you're going for more competition level, then you might need to care a little more. Heh. And these are the same width, so I may have made it a little wide. But said this is just a sketch. I'm just going to do like a row. I mean, I guess I could do another row. And it's all kind of gridded. Alright, so when you have that in there, then it's like basically, fill in the blanks. That's really the main part of what you need. So that's what I mean by scaling down the color options here. So now I'm going to take that dark. Because the other thing too is you want to try it on a piece of paper or something first, just to make sure you like all the colors and everything. Those are actually almost the same width. It's about and for me it's about 2 brush strokes wide. That's it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you do that while I'm trying to do a friggin' tartan... And these go both ways. This is actually how you're going to paint it. It's more or less the order of how you're going to paint. I suppose you could actually paint... This is also a good place to figure out how you want to do this. You could actually paint this stage before and then paint the purple line over it. That might actually be easier. Listen, it doesn't have to be, this little, what I'm doing now doesn't have to be good. Now, here's the big test, and whether I'm going to like this color. Honestly, it's up to you. I feel pretty good. No, now I'm just putting in the squares a color for this. As I said. Then what do I want? Alright, so then I think the last color is gonna be I'm gonna try, I said, I'm gonna try this bone white, this polished bone, which is really light. And then we're not gonna do two, we're just gonna do one. And it's just really a take and go like, you divide the squares. And it goes right on top. It'll be much better on the mini. That's what you're going for. I mean, oh, actually, maybe I'm debating why not. I want one more color, purple. Nah, you know what? I'm going to stick with this blue, and I'm going to paint around this line. This is why you do the sketch, because you don't want to be doing this when you're actually playing with the mini. Oh, shit. What time is it? It's 2:05. Alright. Well, maybe I'll get it base coated, but if I have to try to paint a tartan while it half in the bag... Lord. You guys are gonna have me kill this damn shot glass. It's because I'm not feeling it up this time. I don't want to kill myself here. Oh, I need
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I didn't quite get it. Hang on. I'm gonna do a little more. That's really being cheap. Alright.
Moist.
I'm so glad people are using. You know what? I put all these things there for, for a reason. Use the channel point, guys. Use the channel points. Have fun. If you're a subscriber, use the emotes. Oh, one thing I want to let you all know. I am working on emotes for followers. I started one that says the purple wave, and I'm debating if that I want to use for like a raid. Because we're going to be hit by my followers. You're the purple wave! Alright, so... Oh, great. I'm not even that bad. And then spilling my drink on my brand new tank top. You know, I have something where you can just burn them too. Cheers. It is hydrate. My friends are going to be so mad at me. We're playing a special scenario tonight. Actually, we're not doing our normal Rime of the Frost Maiden today. We are doing a play test of a scenario that's going to happen at OGC. And it includes Hero Forge. So, I don't know, where is the ball GM? I love it. I don't use channel points that often either, and that makes I feel like I'm a bad person because I don't. What the hell did I do? How much did I spill? Alright, so what do you think? You can see the little sketch. Is this good? I mean, if I feel like if I do it big enough, maybe I can get some of those darker lines in there, but I'm not counting on it. This is going to be shrunk down and put on. Oh God, we're going to try to do this on this. We're going to do it on these robes. So, you like it? Okay, good. So, with my handy dandy thing, I'm going to take that base color, which was the Ezrin blue, which I think was this one. And we're going to paint the robes, all the robes, Ezrin blue. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to not want to give away this damn mini. I will, because I said I will. I'm not going to want to, though. Also, when I post it up, too. Whoops, that's not the right color. When I post it up, I will make sure I give credit to you guys. I'm gonna actually take some more paint. I don't know which one was which. I think I've got the right color. Well, as I said, if you subscribe and you do this, right, and you actually subscribe, and basically I'll turn it into a painting lesson. So if you want to learn how to do a certain technique, actually I think this is a great way to do it, and then I'm going to paint all of it too, actually, even the areas, you know, like his sleeves and things like that, because it's all going to be the same color. The tartan is only going to go on the bottom. Kind of like her. It's also starting to get warm in this room. If I pass out, everyone can blame Shanur. It's all his fault. So the other things I have to do on this mini too, incidentally, is I'm gonna have to well, I'm sort of on stream. I don't have my little dot. I have to do this thing like birch bark. Won't that be fun? You guys said I really appreciate, and the gauntlets and the belt are going to be another non-metallic metal gold, and I'm going to try to do that when Gareth is around. So it'll be a Wednesday night. I need paint underneath. There's a whole nother, for those of you who haven't subscribed and want to, there's a whole, like the whole middle section there is all like a, some sort of armor, like a mail. It could be like, I think it's scale mail. There's all sorts of things to pick on this. But I'll say, I'm really happy you guys embraced going for the difficult techniques and the ones that are going to look good rather than the stupid shenanigans. I didn't even think of that as a, I was just thinking like with the Space Marine of doing something funny and fun. But you guys have taken it to a whole nother level and I appreciate it. And I can see the value of doing this. If I can teach somebody something new. God. What else have I got? Alright, so that should be... I don't like this particular section. You can't see. I said, I know it's not the neatest thing, but rarely are my base coats ever the neatest thing. Also figuring out where the edge. This is a good model too. I like this model. Alright. You are about as innocent as... Okay, now the important thing is I need to let this dry. While I sit here and think about it. Now the hard part about this is figuring out where everything's going to go. But that's why you you start small and easy and with lines. You don't, with a tartan, you don't want to go nuts and try to paint all the little squares. No. You basically paint it the way I just showed you on the thing. I'll do a neater job. I hope I do a neater job. Jesus Christ. Everything's starting to get blurry. I blame you, Shanur. Thank God I'm a happy drunk. But yeah, we're supposed to have like a special scenario today where we're playtesting a convention scenario and we may be going for ice cream. Somebody else is going to have to drive. Hi, honey. My channel point people were brutal today. As I said, I'm glad I'm a happy drunk and not a terrible drunk. So the hardest part I found is yet to come. It's actually figuring out where the squares go. I found out, and keep in mind, at least paint is paint and you can touch it up. So don't ever be stressed or too stressed about what you do because you can always touch it up. Sometimes you may need to add an extra coat of white, but still, we all scream for ice cream. Absolutely. Up here, maybe they should sponsor me. Up here we have this awesome ice cream place called Haji's, and it is. I grew up around Kimball's. Now there are people from all over the country that have heard of Kimball's because we know. We would go traveling when I was a kid. My parents would go camping for 2 weeks, and we run into people at campgrounds, and they would, of course, shoot the shit with them. And they'd be like, oh yeah, we're from like Littleton. I'm like, oh, that's where Kimball's is. It's technically in Westford, but who cares? So yeah, so basically usually people have heard of Kimball's. It's a fairly well-known ice cream stand, and their big legendary thing is their quantities. Because oh my God, if you get a Kimball's special, you're not going to eat for a week after that. And the ice cream's pretty good. But then I found Haji's, which is in my town, which is Amesbury, Mass. And oh my God, it is the ice cream is better than Kimball's. And I feel like it's sacrilegious because I grew up on Kimball's to admit that. But yeah, it's better. It's so good. The cookies and cream have a ton of Oreo cookies in them. I'm just letting this dry. Because that's actually important. You have to let it dry before you go on to the next step. This is going to be real interesting because now I've had, what, 3 shots or 4 shots? 3, I think. And 2 were close together. Actually, I'm debating this. I could call this a separate section because it's actually the inside of the of those robes. Excuse me. Hi everybody, how you're all doing? I'm just sitting here killing time until this thing dries. It's almost there. I probably should put my AC on so I have some air blowing and then it'll dry faster, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I've got my little tiny brush at the ready. Yeah, I realized it's amazing. I'm like half drunk and I'm actually seeing spots I missed. Do I have ready flush? Ready flush? I'm ready leather? I think I'm calling Uncle on the shot, so no more shots. I want to actually be able to paint, which is the point of this stream. I realized. So it's amazing. I'm like my husband. I realize more when I'm friggin' drunk than when I'm sober. How about that? Okay, so I will call that. That's, I can see it's dry. So I'm going to take that purple. I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to change the color of that center. I may. And I'm going to kind of start drawing some lines in here. And I'm going to make them parallel to the bottom. You want to either use a thin brush or a brush that has a really thin point. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm calling Uncle. Don't blow any more channel points on the shot glass one. So I want to put a couple lines here. So you heard that, Chanel, right? I'm going to debate whether I throw it up there. I can't know if I can see it. I basically want to make sure I have room to put the white lines in there too. That one came out wider than I intended, but that's okay. It's gonna be wider. Then I wanna nope, it needs to be lower. So I want to basically try to make this line about the same height as this one. This is why you draw this stuff in first. Because you really want to figure out where it is. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this when I'm like in the fucking... I'm not half in the bag, I'm in the bag. Thank you, Shooter. It's all your fault. It might be kind of cool to take this little edge here and make it a different color. Maybe I'll make it purple. So it looks like it'd be about here. What time is it? It's 21. Okay. I think all things considered, this is not bad. Hydrate isn't gonna help, Mommy. I will absolutely do a hydrate though. Where the hell is Pete the priest? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so to put this way, oh my God, what the hell did you people do to me? And it's only 3. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm glad I'm a fun drunk. I can tell you that right now because, oh my God. I can totally feel it. It's also warm in here, so I can't imagine that's helping. But holy shit, I'm actually still cognizant enough to actually notice that this is still working. Alright, so I have my guidelines drawn in. God, I think about it, you're a dick because you freaking did this on when I'm trying to do a time for Baldy. But I think it's weird because, you know, I don't usually get drunk either. That's the other thing. But I gotta tell you, I guess I can still think while I feel like this. Because that's not bad. And the fact that I did the top a little wide, because you're just basically putting in guidelines. So now I want to take those guidelines and I want to make them a little wider. That's why you don't need to mask it off. It may not be great, I'll tell you this much. Now, you may ask, you know, what do I do about the fact that first I'll show you how to do a basic tartan where I'm not worried about the line highlighting and such on the lines. Because that's where we're gonna be. That's where we're gonna be. So now I'm just basically making the purple. But I will try to show on this, like highlighting and shading on things like this. I'm going to come downward on this one. Okay, that's too wide. So we go back. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Come think of it, it does not matter. You know why? Because I'm going to go over those border lines with dark blue. So if it's too wide, it does not matter. Because I will go back and go over it. I can't even get in there. How? Now I'm going to make it kind of sort of even. I hope you guys feel that Drunk Carol was fun. Yeah, my hands are sticking to the paper. But this is basically how you do it. Just debating whether or not I need to widen. I don't know if I need to widen that out anymore. Trying to actually get a little bit of the color in this little section in here, but it's very tiny. course, when I pull this off, I expect this to be considered as a legendary thing. The other thing I will notice, though, is I feel like between these two spaces, it's actually bigger. So we're gonna hinge this down a bit. As I said, remember, I'm gonna paint a dark, dark, dark blue over the sides of this. So I'm gonna bring this down a bit. And I'll paint the light blue over anything I need to touch up. Oh God, it's time. All right, before I go, I'm gonna paint. Oh, right, I actually have to go downward too. I'm gonna start at the belt. The other thing I will mention is the fact that this needs to be bigger. The thing I will mention too is that you will need more room than you actually imagine. No, no, please don't. I may pass out at this point, so no. Alright, so I'm gonna figure out where the hell I want to put because I gotta put this line, these purple lines going up and down too. I think I'll just start here. This is the big thing though about painting tartans. Is the fact you could definitely have to go through and sketch out what you're doing first. I think the second one's gonna go about here. So as I said, they take more room than you actually imagine. You did it, Shannara. You figured out where my freedom limit was. But you can see where this is going. And don't worry, I'm going to come back in 3 weeks from now. And I will continue this as long as Baldy's here. Because Baldy technically paid for this. Oh, he paid for this. Oh, shit. Baldy paid for this because I'm making him blow basically 5 gifted subs for this. Because it's not an easy thing to do. By the way, I'm just going over this because I went a little too far over to the right. I'm going to get this laid out first before I call it quits for the day. If there are any other channel points you'd like to use, go for it. Let's see, I might see if I can get one more of these in. Hello? Oh. Sorry, I heard somebody knocking. I guess I'm gonna have to go. Because friends are here. Alright, so I'm gonna widen this out. I'm gonna at least get this part done before I go. And I want to make it about the same width as the cross beams. And I'm going all the way to the belt. So if you want to see how this is continued, tune in 3 weeks from now. Well, maybe I do need to make this a little wider. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty even. But in fact, I can't feel my teeth, right? There we go. So that's a good start. I think I need to paint more tart. Oh my god, I'm like totally off the thing. Unfortunately, I'm like, here you go. Is Baldy around? This is just the start of it right now. I said, I haven't just... can't even talk. I haven't even figured out if I'm going to do this a different color. Someone could call that out. That's subbing. But I think that's pretty good. I can tell my up and down lines are not quite as thick. So maybe I'll make them a little thicker. That one's not too bad. I think it too is this line is thicker than the bottom one. Basically with tartans, it's a lot of touching up. I might actually touch that up. Then again, listen, I am gonna, like a dummy, I'm gonna go over that with the darker color. But that's the start of it. I don't think that's too bad, in spite of everything. What do you think, Baldy? I mean, the colors are not perfect, but what do you think? Is this a good start for your tartan, despite the fact I feel like the way I do? I do have to actually go, so who's around? Oh, not many people are around. There's Cryer Cheese and Next Level Painting. And Mech Priest. Oh, you know what? I like to support people that don't have a ton of people around, so I can't support Baldy today. But I can support Mech Priest Studios. Oh my god. Baldy, 3 weeks from now, if you are here, and it's in... oh my god. This is what you've done to me, Shador. I hope you guys are highly entertained, because that's part of this too, is I gotta entertain you. We can go to Mech Priest Studios. I like to support streamers that are like me, that are small. So get a few more people in there and make sure you like them. But this is where I'm at. Of course, I finished today. I finished the, what the hell is this? The Noise Marine. I'm like thrilled I finished that damn Noise Marine. But three weeks from now, I will come back to this when hopefully you're around. Otherwise, I'm going to go to Pike for my weekday streams because I need to get her done. I'd love to get her done by OGC, but I don't think that's going to happen. As I said, remember, next 2 Saturdays, I will not be streaming because I will be at OGC, which is Open Gaming Con, which is in Westford, Mass. It's a small but awesome gaming con. It's like we're a community. We all hang out together and we get together once a year to play games. And then the week after that will be Tomfoolery Con on Conline because they're an online convention. They are a streaming. Oh my god! Thank you, Shador. I'm blaming you. They are a Starfinder actual play podcast. And they are fantastic. I suggest you check them out. But also, they're running an online convention, and I'm so happy that I actually will have time to play a bunch of games there. So, needless to say, I'll be doing that instead of this. Oh my god, let's see if I can do this. Well, Pete, I know you drop in, and I will finish your mini really soon. No! I'm sorry, I've said no. I will tell you what, I'll do some hydrates for you. Just for you, buddy. I'm not taking any more shots in the shot glass. I'm done. I have told you all that I reserve the right to say no more, especially when it's a threat to me personally. If it's a physical issue or whatever, then, or if it's a terms of service issue, I will absolutely veto. I cannot do anymore. And I said that, I think. I'm already done, and I think if I have any more, I will pass out. Sorry, Pete. But I will do some hydrates for you. There's one. Let's see, can I do 10 hydrates from this little glass of Coke? 2. Ah, fuck. I'll just down the glass. Does that work, Pete? You've been making bread? What kind of bread? I'll finish my Coke for those 1,000 points. But I cannot do any more shots. Oh Lord, what you guys do to me? That's also because it's hot in here too. If I pass out, well then just everyone go to BiPride Studios. Normal bread. White bread. I assume that means white bread. And you can make wheat bread, you can make rye, you can make all sorts of bread. But that's great. I actually tried making bread once and it didn't go so great. So, alright, let me see if I can do this. Oh my god, what'd you do to me, Shador? I hope you find me entertaining, at least when I'm this much in the bag. Jesus. Alright, let's see if I can get the raid out. Oh my god, no. Alright, we're gonna raid BiPride Studios. I'll be back. Oh my god. I don't think the heat, the fact that I don't have my AC on right now in this room is helping. We will raid BiPride Studios. But god damn it, it didn't work. I didn't slash it, did I? Oh god, you guys must be so happy. Sure, must be so happy. Alright, there we go. There we go. Come on. Alright, everybody join up because this guy is worth following. Please, at least follow him before you go off. This is your fault, Shanur. I'm not having a good time. God, it took this long to hit, really. I'm glad I was able to actually get that done, and look, it looks good. Alright, so have a great day. I'll be back on Monday, and you can use your channel points then to friggin' sync me further. I don't have to go anywhere, so. Alright, have a great one, and hopefully I'll see you Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for I will do Pike. Alright, have a good Saturday, have a good weekend, and happy painting. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh. I should have said no after the last one. I'm afraid to go down my fucking stairs.
No people before I pass the alcohol, just going to do a quick shout outs for the people that were here. And check you out back. Hello,
I'm here, boss. Where's the fight?
Today, I'm just working on a elephant boat monk.
Oh shit! What the fuck did you do to me, Share?
Just make sure my model. Link you through to the SDL. It's a free one. I'm just going to be using it for some Rumble's Lamb at some point. New people. Hey, Mini Mummy.
I'm here, boss. Where's the
Keep the hydrator. I fear you. Please don't hydrate me to death. We've got some wonderful boys. Let me read through which ones it is. Mini Mummy and Alfera, thank you very much for the follow.
If you're looking for the front line, it's that way. It's stuck in.
Thank you all very much for swinging by today.
No, Share, get on
so
there. I'm gonna burn you, Share.
It's not been
Oh
an
shit.
exciting one. This is a very kind of drawn out process, mapping in all of the volumes on here. As you can see, it's been quite the thing. Yeah, just been chilling out, listening to some nice
shit.
songs. I spout some rubbish every now and again.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I am drunk. I am absolutely drunk. I'm cognizant to know that I'm drunk.
This is just a chance for me to kind of have shower thoughts in person. So, how are we all today? What have we all been up to? Anyone's got any of their own work that they would like to share? Please feel free to link through anything that is said in the chat.
Why do people like this feeling?
Let's use that. Is there anything from Muses? Have they said anything?
I may have to do something where I stop it after 2. Or 3.
Oh, yeah.
4 does mean.
Going to kill Channa. Okay. What's Channa done?
What you need to do. Alright, give me some time.
It's the
I'll be okay.
magic. What have I missed?
Oh my god, I'm hammered. I'm cognizant to know it. I cannot drive. Oh my god, I can't even get up. I think it's the heat too. It's not just the alcohol. The alcohol isn't helping. I think it's the heat too. Come on. I can't stand.
Smoothing. For the most part, I've been focused on just getting locations for these place.
I don't care. I'm here.
Just kind of smooth
No,
things
I'm
out.
fucking hammered. Some guy. It's a guy who's threatened to do it, so it's
Smooth
fair.
job work. Someone's quite working similar, but
We're gonna do this.
just kind of making sure that
Hello?
I'm listening sometimes, yeah, sure. I believe that.
I'm like.
No worries, Will GM. Thank you for stopping by the raid. See you when you're again. Myself. See you. Good too. So, the miniature is by but it's a sculptor. This is the this is the free samples for Painted Hero. Could say the name, but this precise is actually So personally, this is going to be collected into a custom miniature for Humblesly, which is a sort of skirmish miniatures game based by sort of the Wii style instant wrestling. So, to say, sort of, I think Blood Bowl wrestling. So I remember what I've been getting into very much when it comes to this one. It's been a very close game on stream last Wednesday. I had a lot of fun. It's a good thing. Definitely suggest to take a look if you're into your regular board games, if you're looking for something that plays sort of within an hour or just really not too complicated. And the rules are actually very good, so you could play many intro realistically. You'd have to make up your own stock cards or co-ops, the ones that they've released available as patch notes. It is good, isn't it? I love the weight to it, like the way that it's captured. But I'll like, I'm ready to just charge this punch and just don't have a bad time. Just watch me. Really solid. It's one of those minis where as soon as I saw it, I knew it was going to be one that pretty cool. Like sometimes you just see them and you go, yeah, I need to do that one.
No, I'm doing mine.
Didn't actually really 3D printer. There's a lot of people that think that run it off as just like, oh yeah, no, I don't understand stuff. So I don't 3D printer, like 3D printer is so much more than that. It's so much more than just like a dev tool. There are so many CEOs out there producing STLs. Something special with transformation. As far as I'm thinking about a little bit. since I've done this.
Pete, since you did actually put it in there, I'm sorry. I will.
Well, it's really some using E, I suppose, right? Tradition. So, I suppose.
Came out so good.
Choose myself.
No, I finished it. I finished my Space Marine. I'm freaking happy. So today, what I did is the second is I started doing a tartan. Somebody asked for it. So I'm like, one of my subscribers asked for it.
Especially since I'm using
I can't fucking paint right now. This is awful. But I come in, just made you see. And we see what's going on.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's not a color I'm familiar with painting. It's, I like my blend throughs. Those makeups were really terrible. It's again a little bit through yellow transition.
Okay, great. Great.
It's a challenging colour to paint, but it's not really the worst. Like, yes, the translucency is high, it makes it bad for painting quickly. For me, it actually is one of the most difficult to blend with because it blends into colours around it so nicely. Actually, I don't have to worry so much about being going over yellow with another colour. It's another job entirely. Like that's brutal. But you just lose all yellow. It's all going up to yellow. It's absolutely fabulous. What are some people's favourite colours to paint? That's a very specific thing to different people. I can see like the armies they end up playing such come from the colours that they actually go the rest. Obviously they repeat colours. Nice and so that's just again. So that's your position, that's jade. Transition.
No, okay. I'm drunk, but I'm not like. I'm not so in the bag that I can't friggin' figure out what's going on. But it is definitely inhibiting my abilities to walk.
It's always interesting about samples. Everyone's got this capacity to vibrate with an artist. So I suppose team was just based on colour.
Can you watch this?
So it's interesting. It's really interesting. It's just like through the colour and some of the choices they make. It's the relationships between these different constellations that come to us. Any sense to it? Is it objective? It's fun. It's an instance.
Fun today.
Never a whole lot really. Not so many, I think, but this probably this year, but really good. Is that most true?
So it goes, man, just to get back to second place. Remember, Brady, you can beat that rush up for your own turns.
These things.
Oh, good. Good for him. Shocked. He is. That is great. Just the. more months today. Oh. Hi, sweetie. Fuck you, Shunner.
Huh?
Shunner decided to bonus channel points on the shark glass thing.
Oh, jeez.
I'm okay. I mean, you know, I can
Yeah.
actually still think.
As
It's.
you can tell, I didn't
Alright, well, I'll let you.
I'm okay.
I'll get you some more Coke.
Yeah, that'd probably be fine.
Rainbow string.
But I'm okay. I just, you know,
Yeah, I know.
It's just
I think I would be considered
So, like,
definitely on the
flags
drunk
on this.
phase.
that's vaguely looking familiar. The blue and the pink. That's amazing. It's nice, it's nice. It's looking smooth. Like a really solid paint job, not just like left and the other. There's actually a surprising amount of variation because you've got these like nice neutral colours, like these pinks going through, just to take that bit of weight off of it. Actually, I think that's the life line. Super duper aware of it. Appreciate the support.
That yellow is killer. Actually, look at the yellow he's doing. I mean, Carol appreciates this, even drunk, sober, or otherwise. That is such killer. I'm okay. It's just, it was a little. I did actually tell everybody no more. I did say, yeah, I had 2 in a row that were, or 3 that were pretty close together, and I'm like, okay, 3 is too much. That yellow is so fucking killer. You know what? I will admit, sober Carol would even say, that fucking yellow, look at the yellow on that thing, is killer. Because honestly, yellow is a really hard color to do. Oh, by the way, just to prove that I'm not totally lost.
Yep.
So I'm doing a tartan on this guy.
Oh wow, nice job, sweetie.
So I mean, it's obviously this is just the beginning stages
Right,
of
right,
it.
right.
I'm gonna putting a lighter color in all the little
Right.
squares, and I'm gonna put a darker color along the outsides.
Yep.
But
You say it's-
considering I did that after 3 or 4 shots, I don't remember how many there
so
were.
is there a-
Problem is, Shanur got on there, and he's kept threatening, oh, I'm gonna freaking use my channel points, and I'm saving him up. So he did, but I did, just so you know, that I'm still somewhat cognizant of how I feel.
Yeah.
And it's not, I'm not totally lost. I did tell him no. No, I did actually tell them no more. So one person did try at the end, at the very end, I'm like, I'm not doing any more shots. I will drink the rest of my glass, you know, to honor the fact you like hydrates,
Right.
but I'm not doing any more shots.
Right.
Because I can't handle another one.
No, that's good. Sweetie.
4 is enough, yeah. So it's interesting because, you know, I don't usually get drunk, so I don't usually know even what it feels like. But here's the thing is, I thought you were a lot less in control of your thinking.
Well, it all depends.
I am totally still know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this off for a second. I know what I'm thinking. Like all this stuff makes sense. There's nothing that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the physical. It's just the physical aspect of it
Yes.
all. But I do know, like it's funny because it's supposed to drop your inhibitions, and I don't feel like I would change any of my decision making or anything at this stage. I mean, is that normal?
Yeah.
Trust me, I've never really been drunk. I mean, the closest to, I think, being drunk was at King Richard's Fair. When I had the mead and drank it too fast.
Some people.
I think I am a little bit worse than that right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can hear it in my voice.
Oh, yeah.
I can sense it.
Oh yeah.
You know, but it's like, why do people think this feels good? Because to me, it does, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
don't like the lack of control. I got down the stairs fine, obviously. And it wasn't really any different than when I normally take the stairs. I still did it the slow way.
Right.
But, as I said, for somebody who hasn't had 4 shots in a row, you know, it's interesting to see what it actually feels like.
Yeah.
But truth be told, I wouldn't want to drive right now.
No, you shouldn't.
Couldn't drive.
No, you're not going to be driving anytime soon.
But I'm not really different.
Right.
I'm glad I'm a happy drunk. That's the other thing too. It serves me well on the stream. So let's be happy.
Right.
But the fact is, I did that fucking video. I did that video when I, you know, was already in there, and it's like the lines are still straight.
Yeah.
I can't figure out how.
There's a reason why some people can get really drunk and still somehow, you know, get behind the wheel of a car and somehow
no.
manage to.
I couldn't do that.
No,
but the thing of it
I'm just
is,
saying there are some people who
but,
can.
but the thing is, I feel like that's in my favor, the fact that I recognize even feeling like this, that I can't do it.
Right.
And there are people that can't recognize it.
No, that's the problem.
And I do actually recognize the fact I'm too impaired to drive right now.
Yeah. No, that's good.
You know, and I mean, I still have my mind. I still am who I am.
Yep.
I would not go off with the first person I'd see at a bar either right now.
Nope.
So, I mean, I guess that's just sort of the level of control that I tend to have over myself. And maybe that's carrying through right
Oh, yeah,
now on the
definitely.
way I feel. Which
Yeah.
is, so this is all interesting. And it's, I'm fully going to remember all this conversation. I'm not going to black out or anything like that. I stopped myself. Because I feel like if I have one more, that would just throw me over
Yeah.
such an edge that I don't want to be.
I mean, I just
It's
remember
hard to
it's-
type.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, I still to this day don't know how the hell I played that game that Dana was running.
No. Well, I mean,
And
no,
that
if
was-
you feel like I do, I could totally play. I can play.
I was far beyond that.
No, I can I can play right now.
Yeah, but I was
It's
I was far beyond that. And
It's more the fact
just-
that it's a physical, it's a physical card. Yeah, I know. Even my words, I am tripping over
I know.
words.
That's okay. So just relax, have some coke, just let your body do its job.
It will. I'm not so far gone that I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know
You know
where
what's
I'm
funny?
at. I even know what I'm saying here.
When I was at Stop and Shop earlier, I picked up because they had like a discount bin, and I picked up a thing of Alka-Seltzer. It's like a hangover relief.
You got a good point. Have
It's-
some drink.
It's basically it's aspirin and it's Alka-Seltzer, aspirin and caffeine basically.
No, but someone, Pete the Hydrator, I still even remember who it was. Pete the Hydrator at the very end of my stream threw one on there, and I'm like, I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
I will not do anymore. I go, I have to be. I mean, if I'm not going anywhere, maybe I could do one more, but I really don't want to do anymore.
No, and you shouldn't.
And
if you don't
I
think
find
you
it
can
very-
handle it.
I mean, more to the point, I find it fascinating that actually have that wherewithal.
Mhm.
I'm using terms like that too, which most drunk people I don't think would. Oh, I will say I'm drunk. I will still have the wherewithal to stop,
Yeah.
to tell me to stop. And I'm like thinking, how is it that people don't understand? They don't know.
People have different
That this
levels
is
of,
bad.
because people have different levels of control, and some people they don't have that level of control.
I think this is why the weird things that occur to you when you're drunk. I think this is why the whole thing with Novocaine doesn't work on me. It's the same thing. I do have a level of control over me, over what I do and how I feel. The Novocaine, I don't really have that level of control. But I have that level of control that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That I still feel pain and I just think right through it. And I think that's what's going on now.
Yeah. Probably is.
It's good to have this discussion when I actually friggin' finally, for once in my life, I'm this level of inebriated.
Yes.
You know, and the kicker is I will totally remember this conversation later. I'm not on the verge of blacking out or anything. I feel like if I had any more, then it could be bad.
Right.
You could probably find me passed out up here.
Oh, sure.
The biggest thing is that I find it's the physical aspects.
Yeah, I know.
I managed to get down the stairs. I mean, I took my time. I didn't but it wasn't any more time than I normally take when I'm wearing socks.
Right.
And, you know, I've been taking the stairs slowly.
Yeah.
And the other thing I noticed is that I am tripping up over words.
Yeah, you're also repeating yourself because you've told me that story 3 times.
Which one?
About going
Oh, I know.
downstairs.
No, I know. No, I'm repeating myself on purpose because in this case it actually is relevant to what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, it's not for nothing. And I think I added a little to it too.
Okay,
Which is
that's-
what I tried to do.
That's fair.
Yeah, no. I'm not repeating. No, I'm not forgetting that I said it.
Okay.
I actually remember I said it. And I can read all those things over there. But yeah. No, that's why I actually wanted to say it. I wanted to actually tell you my experience of the stairs. So I think the one thing that helps, first of all, it's good to see my feet did go down over time.
Oh, right,
But yeah, you notice they're not really swollen anymore. And I feel like
Well, your hands will probably feel a little weird.
no, I feel like they were weird. Actually, I noticed it before.
Okay. Well,
I feel like my left hand, and I'm not sure why, is a little swollen. I feel like my left foot is a little swollen too, if you look at compared to my right foot.
maybe.
Well, it's a little tiny bit bigger.
It's possible.
I don't know. But what I was gonna say was, alright, so, I mean, what helps is the fact I don't have socks on.
Right.
So, my feet, also the humidity, in fact I'm warm, kind of help. I know, I basically crawl. I didn't crawl, but you know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get to there. I'm putting my AC on because I actually shut it off for a while. It was getting warmer here, so I don't think that helps either. It's the heat.
No, he doesn't help. I think that's one of the reasons why that
Why you got sick?
why I got sick. Yeah, because it was just
So-
it was a combination of how much I drank, but also the heat. I think.
So what I was gonna say is normally when I go down the stairs and I have my feet, just my feet, not socks, I can go down. I feel more comfortable going down at a reasonable speed.
Right.
When I have socks on, it just.
Yeah, sure.
This time though, I went down about the same speed as when I had socks on because I'm like, and making sure that my feet were like hitting right to the, like I was feeling the treads on the back of my legs, so that my feet were completely on the freaking stairs.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what it was like, but otherwise, I did okay. I mean, believe me, if you weren't in the bathroom, he wasn't in there, and I could have shoved you in there, but I couldn't do it while you were naked.
No.
I would have, said, you need to vacate. I could have shoved you here, I guess. But, so I was like, alright, but I had to go to the bathroom, so it's like, I had to do it. I appreciate your wish for, I do remember shit right now. I do remember you saying, be careful.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to, I'm going to be really careful on any stairs these days.
No, that's fine.
I don't know I am a little concerned that the fact is that I do go downstairs like this instead of the way I used to when I was younger. But I think there's something, and this goes back to my dad, believe it or not. There was one winter when he slipped coming from the car, and he was up in the street. He slipped and he hit his head. And he said to me that for some reason, as he got older, he got more afraid of falling. And so it was a pretty awful moment because he was actually crying and such. He was okay, health-wise. He didn't have concussion or anything like that, but still he was, and that's why he explained why he was crying. And I've been wondering if that's what's going on with me.
Maybe.
And the bad thing is, because I'm favoring the leg down the stairs, I've noticed. Maybe this is because I'm drunk, I'm more inclined to tell you. That I do notice in the other leg now that I'm more scared to go both legs.
Right.
So I'm actually trying to physically do both legs on the stair from now on.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I'm getting older and my legs are getting weaker.
That's possible, sweetie. Just see, just gotta see how you feel from day to day, and
I mean, what I'm gonna do is, I said, I'm gonna try to exercise it more. And
That'll
use
help.
both legs on stairs, even if
Yeah, that'll help.
on socks. When I'm wearing socks down those, I'm still gonna take my time. I'm gonna be really careful. But on other stairs, when I'm wearing shoes or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to even it off because I feel like I'm favoring one leg too much, and now I'm starting to pay for it. I don't know if you have any of these issues.
I mean, other than balance a little bit when I'm drinking too much, but
Balance is like, I don't know what it said. It worries me because I don't know what's going on. But I understand it too. My arm is still, I've gotten some mobility back in my shoulder
yeah.
because I can now take off my bra. This is the weirdest thing to actually, to figure this shit out, but I can take off my bra using
Oh,
behind
you
the
got
back.
paint on your arm.
Oh, I do? Oh, I do. Shit.
I just noticed.
I'm not even sure how.
Well, I know.
No, it's fine. I'll wash it off.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna
I'm
say
not
when
even
you
sure how obviously I dragged it through. Oh, no. No, it could be the fact that I have the, one of the things when you do a tartan.
Yeah.
But see, it doesn't look bad.
No.
Is you make a sketch.
Right. You know what you can try to do when you go?
I don't have any. Well, the
No.
important thing is I don't have any on my shirt, right?
No, I don't see anything on your shirt.
Alright.
It's just touched on your arm.
No, I'll just it'll wash off. That's
Oh, okay. I was gonna say otherwise you can always try using the hand sanitizer. That might help.
fine. No. It'll wash off.
Okay,
I think that's the only thing I can think of is that maybe I somehow
that's possible.
put my because what I did for my lesson, believe it or not, I had enough cognizance to still do the damn target
Right.
lesson, although I'm not done with it yet.
Right.
There's still a lot more to do.
Yep.
But basically, I may put my arm down or something.
That's possible. Yeah.
But the thing of it is, I've just said to prove that I'm not
Oh, no,
totally,
it looks
my
great.
brain is not totally gone.
Yeah.
The fact that this actually looks fairly
I would
straight.
never know you did that after having 4 shots.
I gotta put my glasses on, and it actually, the sad thing is, it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm drunk. It's the fact that my vision is blurry normally.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, no, I'm gonna
Well-
think about it because.
What do you? Oh, well, I guess
What are we doing for dinner? Leftover pizza?
Yeah, we can do leftover pizza. I know
Do we
we're
still have more leftover
we
pizza?
do. Yeah, I know we were talking about Haji's, but we can just do the leftover.
No, Hodges is still a
We
thing.
can just do the ice cream.
We just don't want, we don't
That's
want,
fine.
don't need to get food.
Yeah, that's fine. We just do the ice
But,
cream. Especially since I'm thinking about getting. I was thinking about getting a banana split.
oh Jesus.
I don't know what it is. I've been in the mood for one recently, so.
So basically what's left to do on this, by the way,
Yeah.
so you know, so in the middle of those, the points where the purple touches, you know, right
Yeah.
here. So I need to do a lighter version of that purple. Then I need to take and put a thin white line in between those squares. This is actual tartan I'm taking from. So what I'm doing for subscribers now, and honestly, the reason why I started the stream was not to get, I don't care.
I know.
Whatever I get out of it, I get out of it financially. But that's not my goal. I think a lot of other painters and gamers would be cognizant to think of it that way. You do it because you want to. You don't do it because you're going to make $1 million like friggin' Critical Role has.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, but there are people out there that are doing it for that reason. I'll get to that in a minute if I remember. Shit. What was I saying? I know what I was saying. I don't.
People think they can make $1 million.
Oh, but I don't care. But I still decided to do this thing where basically you can pick a section of the mini
Right.
and paint it, tell me how to paint it a certain way. And so the funny thing was, when it came to the Space Marine, by the way, this is, I think, really coming up.
Nice.
So this is almost done. All I have left to do is really, I gotta finish the gun.
Yep.
And I'm doing it pink because the guy who won it, he loves pink.
Yep.
Or at least that's what he says. But, shit, I remember saying cognizant about the friggin' the tartan. Damn it, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't remember where that point was gonna go. And you know what? Even if I'm sober, I still do that.
Yeah, you do.
Where the hell was this train of thought going? I was gonna say, even, you know, it's amazing that I actually did that good.
Yeah. Alright.
Although I hope I put enough, I'm looking at the other side, the left side, and I hope I put enough in it.
I'm gonna go get something to drink. Not alcoholic drink, but
No, don't.
But I'll be back. I was gonna check on DJ because it looks like you went downstairs.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
I thought he was in our room.
He was.
Well, shut the AC off if he's not in our room.
Alright.
Oh, I think I was gonna say, no, like, you know, they've all gone nuts. Oh no, I'm perfectly actually aware of what I'm saying. It's a big Wow. Holy shit. What the hell did I do with it? No. Jesus Christ.
This is what just
Oh no, actually I'm aware of that.
At least it happened over those extra strings open. Just sticking to the base of the switch. That's it.
Why can't I find them?
So it's one thing to kind of the techniques that they use. Just think that go back and forth. So technique, you need to use another one just because I'm seeing slightly routine spot on the layer and spot on the dark on that one is a good next spot. After I rest the top. see some things that don't quite line up with what I'm saying. Crazy guy. Talking broad strokes. Using very specific strokes for very specific techniques. Whenever I need to. This is where we're going to have to end today because, yeah. Anyway, that I think is a really solid improvement earlier on with just this tiny little bit of yellow sorted out. Get all of the rest of the yellow onto the sort of red to yellow transition sort of orange, and have that right leg done. The 2.5 hours or so of painting. I'll take that. Definitely take. It's a lot of blending. Fairness. Right here. So let's hit the old end screen. Go find someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions, please do shout them out. Other than that, thank you all very, very much for watching. And I apologise for the just going in the background. Belfer and Minimum, thank you both very much for the follow. Muses Touch, thank you so very much for the raid. It is appreciated. Yeah. So I hope you all have a lovely evening, morning, middle, wherever you are. Let's find something great. And great. It's really few people.
Let's feel okay.
Raid might be for me, it's because some reason that's right. List will be a strange. Looks like speeds can be all this feels that I haven't rated recently. It's funny.
Hello.
So just gonna finish dealing with the clothes, and then I'm gonna clean up the pizza. Okay.
Incredible rate.
Sure.
And hope run interference because DJ doesn't want anybody going down
Absolutely
there.
incredible pizza.
And get in his way.
Oh, he's downstairs right now?
Yes.
I didn't even hear him leave, but then again, I've got my earpiece in, so. I'm talking to Dana right now, actually, on our Frost Maiden channel.
So it's a wonderful time.
Worse this morning, right? Lara's like, can you prime the model for me? I was like, okay, I'll do it, and it got blocked. It's already had to clean it. Now it's blocked again. Neck priest!
You? Oh, hey, Mark.
Oh god, please don't break me, something will break. Something's gonna break. Oh Christ. Mech Breeds, let me know when you're past the ad wall. If I could turn it off, I would. Might as well move me down now. Oh, please no, Mech Breeds. Please no, everything's going wrong. Everything's going wrong. But thank you for the raid. How was the stream? What were you working on? How are things?
Fuck.
Don't mind us. Everything's just, you know, going tits up. Other than that, we're ready for a good stream.
Why is it? Shouldn't have to redo it. There.
Aye, aye, aye. Thank you, Skyhawk. So you don't know how to clean your nozzle properly, you could get an infection that way. You have to clean that part? Whoops. You know how it goes, Mech Priest. If you got anything you want to share, it doesn't have to be recent. Feel free to drop your Instagram. We'll have a little look-see, show and tell. Least we can do. And thanks again for the raid. Wipe gently under the rim. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Nice and chill, cheeky little raid by Muse's Touch, nice. So the progress my Elephant Folk mini. Ooh, Elephant Folk. Interesting. Never put your tip away, dirty. Yeah, no rush, Mech Priest, I know how it is. We need to go get some food. We'll come back and share some stuff. Right. Let's collect ourselves. Hello everyone. It's been a while. I do apologise. But I did this thing called going outside. And not just that, I did this other thing called going outside and socialising. I know. And it was fun. We'll do it again in about 8 months. It wasn't so bad, Spina. It wasn't so bad. Dare I say it, I even had fun. Yeah. Everything that's happened since then, not so fun.
Oh shit.
So, I met some of you lovely